No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I'm not late. I am not late. This is not late. Okay, YouTube police, I'm not late. I'm not really late, I swear. I have kids here. My kids were here and they ate my homework and and I was trying to get ready. Woo, enjoy it while it lasts because I might have to retire that soon. Oh no, don't say it ain't so. Aw, let's go. It's true, man. It's true. I'm going into one of those housing associations. So it's like they're going to like try to jack me up with all these rules. Oh, you can't go over here. You can't go outside naked. I mean, often imitated, never duplicated. Nuh-uh. That fool with no hair that shouts like Ric Flair. Woo! Woo! The Raider Bear! All right. Alexa, shut up. Look at that. She even understands my slang now. It's awesome. I did that on my supporters only show earlier tonight. It was great. And she's starting to get it. She asked me like twice, does that mean stop? I'm like, yes, it means stop. Tradish! Raider Bear Live. First comment. Woo! MVP tonight goes to Vincent Rubalcaba. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show. What are you doing messing around winning gold medals, son? What is this, your second time? I think it is. All right, just knock it off. Okay, if you do it one more time, they're going to start taking you more seriously. I might after 4 or 5, but the guys, they might take you more seriously. Second place, my silver medal, DPC David Pelkaliva. Oh, wait a minute. I'll go like this, David, because I used to hold up a sword or a knife for him. Hey, scissors could have been a knife or a sword back then. Kaliva! What's up, brother? Mount Rushmore in the house. Third place, bronze, Josh Russell, the heavyweight champion of the world. In third place, down here in the bronze basement, slumming it. What are you doing, brother? Get up here. Oh, come on, man. Jim Vanderland, Bear, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show, my YouTube viewer, devoted YouTube viewer. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Corinna Trujillo, always there for Raider Bear. Dustin King is like, who are all these usurpers getting in the way of my medals? Bob Standard, my good friend, and his lovely wife, Casey, they are classy people. They even have a red white truck like mine now. So we're like totally white truck buds. Married white truck buds. Yeah. John LaJoy, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Ramiro Cashflow, watching me on YouTube. Appreciate you, brother. Sean Scott, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. Glenn Medina, always there for Raider Bear. Joe McMillan, always there for Raider Bear. Hi, little Val. Mr. Bear. I like that, Val. Thank you. Jason Eaton said Lakers, Lakers. Okay, for those of you who don't know, this logo is for the town, which is the, the slang and the thing for the Golden State Warriors. So I am a devoted Warriors fan. So Jason Eaton, being aware of that, is punching me verbally in my basketballs. And I don't like that. I mean, just come on, man. Craig Gilmore, what's Craig Gilmore, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. He said, let's go. He must be a Laker fan too. No, I'm just kidding. Jerry, maybe he is. Jerry Molina, what's up? Welcome to the show. Jerry and Glenn Medina. Okay, love that. No, not late. Not late. Okay. Literally not late. I was sitting here with my sweet little angel. Denton Rhodes, what's up, brother? Space Force. I like the little aliens on either side too. Your profile picture at NASA. Okay, we got to talk, Denton Rhodes. What are you trying to tell me? Are you an alien? You trying to tell me something? All right, here we go. Reyes Antonio, what's up? Welcome to the show. Doc Raider, I see you there. James and Princetta in the house. What's up, guys? Glenn Medina, I haven't moved yet, but I'm in the process. Kim Calhoun, what's up? Welcome to the show. And once I told you I was in the process, aren't you impressed with the fact that I'm in a good mood still? Man, moving sucks, man. It sucks. Chuck White, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Oh, I like that profile pic. Looking good. Glenn Medina, it's rigged. No, it's not rigged. Joe Caetano, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Mr. Bear, living in a neighborhood with a homeowners association can be great, but it can suck too, depending on who's in charge. Steeler Van Val, we're actually up on the game as far as that's concerned. I appreciate that, but we're actually thinking the same way. I've already actually interacted with him. We've emailed him, and he actually responded really fast, which kind of put me on the alert because this guy's a Nazi hall monitor or something. Because you can usually tell something by how people respond to their emails. So either he's really professional or he's like a general, and he's going to make a stickler for the rules, and then that's going to be a problem for the Bear. Larry Brooks Jr., what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Oh, great picture. Rick Condi Jr., what's up, man? Oh, wow, great looking couple. What's up, Bear? Best Raider show out there. Much love to you, Rick Condi Jr. That's a great photo. What did you think of the draft, honestly, Glenn Medina? Glenn Medina, I will give you honesty because that's what I do. You know what I mean? I only do the real. Chris and Veronica, DeLaca girls. Okay, go ahead. Come on. All you Laker fans, come on, check in. Go ahead. I have no problem with that. And Chris and Veronica, you make a beautiful couple. Beautiful couple. Okay, so what did I think? Wait a minute. Let me just do a couple more because I only have a couple more people that have tuned in. Anthony Penn, I see you just tuned in. What's up, AP? Much love to you. Glenn Medina, I do have a YouTube show now, and it's just simple to find. It's just Raider Bear Live. Please spread the word. Please like and follow me if you would. I'd really appreciate that. I forget to say it because I'm not that kind of guy. You know what I mean? You see, I see all these other hosts, and they're immediately saying it to you in the beginning of the show, in the middle of the show, and the end of the show. If you're going to subscribe and you're going to see more of me, it's going to be because you like what I do. You know what I mean? And you like who I am, and you like what I present. You know what I mean? It's not going to be because I say it 100 times, and I'm just not that kind of guy. I'm not going to try to bombard people to where now I'm getting, more people to watch because of that. It's just not my way. I get more people to watch my show because more people go out there and say, that guy's legit. That guy gives facts. You know what I'm saying? And he's a fun watch, and he's incredibly handsome and funny. Add that handsome part. Guys, you do it too. There's no gay stuff. Just even if it is gay stuff, that's okay. Oh, wait, let me see. You should adopt my motto, although not everybody likes it. I'm never late. Whenever I get there, it's time. Exactly. And if you encountered a bear, would you shout at it that it's late? No, you would never do that. Even if it was, you would never do that because you would get mauled. I haven't forgotten the question. Okay. What did I think of the draft for real? I'm going to answer that question. I'm just having fun with my fam. Pete Vasquez, what's up? Welcome to the show. Gabriel Ramirez, what's up? Okay, if I keep doing this, I'm just gonna keep right because I'm seeing now. I've got my guy Jimmy Mata. What's up, Jimmy? I've got Gabriel Villanueva. What's up, Lakers baby? What's up, Gabriel? Welcome to the show, Gabriel. Your name is my daughter's name. If you just remove the G, that's what I did. I named her R8RBEAR. I just removed the G. I really loved that name, Gabriel. So just much love and respect. That's a great name. Anyway, okay, I want to get to it. I'm sorry to all the rest of you that are here. Welcome, greetings, love you guys. Okay, so as far as the draft, what do I really think? What do I really think is this? I thought that the steal of the 4th round was Aiden O'Connell. I think there's a real chance that our 4th round pick and Aiden O'Connell could not just become the number 2 pick in his rookie, the number 2 quarterback on the depth chart in his rookie season. I'm serious. I think in his rookie season, he will go past Brian Hoyer. He won't play, but he will move up to 2 somewhere mid-year. And I think they'll do that as a sign to us that the guy's progressing. And Brian Hoyer will still be his mentor, and he's still going to be working with him to learn the offense, which is incredible. You know what I mean? Because if you're a student at anything, could you imagine while the teacher is teaching the class, having a master student who knows it incredibly well, sitting right next to you, helping you with everything? I mean, and that's exactly what we're talking about here. We're talking about the master teacher and Josh McDaniels, and then the master student and Brian Hoyer. And then that way, Aiden O'Connell is going to pick it up so fast. I mean, we have to remember this is a very smart kid. And then QBR rating was 3rd best among all these quarterbacks. He was only behind the top 2 quarterbacks. That's it. Even though he was ranked 13th, that kind of got lost, I think, with some of these scouts. Not with your boy Bear, and not with Josh McDaniels and David Ziegler either, and not with some of the scouts who were heard to be, at the combine to say that this guy could be the steal of the draft. Because one of the things that is the greatest skill of a scout is to look at a player at the NCAA level and say to yourself, can that guy shed his skin at the NCAA level and become an NFL player? And can he then shed that skin and become a great 7, 10-year long player in the league because you're good? I'm not going to go as far as say star, because stars are elite. You know what I mean? If we really stop right now, this always shocks people when I bring this up. If you really stop right now and said to yourself, how many elite players are in the NFL? There's not that many. Not elite, not guys that you say to yourself, I mean, why do you think we look at Odell Beckham Jr. the way we do, even now after all these ACL surgeries and all this stuff? Because he was one of the fastest guys in the league. He dominated in speed. I mean, he blew by the fastest guys in the NFL. Now, same thing with Tyreek Hill, right? We're awed by that. There's only a handful of guys in the league that can do that. There's only a handful of guys that, are big, strong running backs that can just blast through everybody. Travis Henry, Josh Jacobs, maybe a handful of other guys, and that's it. Out of the thousands of players you have in the NFL, or the 1,000 plus that you have in the NFL. Anyway, moving forward, I think that was a big pick. I liked what we did at 2 with Mayer. I love Mayer. I thought 1 was a reach. I thought what we did with our 1st round pick with Tyree Wilson was a little bit of a reach. The guy is a nice player on tape, but he looks, I don't like saying this about a young guy because, I mean, I said stuff like about Colton Miller, and Colton Miller panned out. And I honestly was really concerned about Colton Miller panning out. And I don't mind saying that. The guy now, he's a Pro Bowler. He looks like one of the best left tackles in the league. So it challenges my knowledge of football if I was saying that guy's probably going to be a bust. And then all of a sudden he's a great player. But he's the exception to the rule. I've very rarely had that happen. But in Colton Miller's case, I did feel like his technique was terrible. I didn't think it was going to get better in time for him to catch up to the level of NFL player that's coming at him. And instead it did. He really did assimilate the level, and he just kept getting better. And I reported, over and over again that I believed he could do it. I just didn't think he would do it. But I believed he could do it because I saw that he did it both in high school and at UCLA. And so I know the guy's history up and down. He was average when he got to UCLA and was the captain by the time he left and was the best guy on their team. So we got a guy that could really, that rated really high. But then once he got to the NFL, I saw flaws in his technique that alarmed me. And then year 2, They were gone. Year 3, they were not only gone, but looked better. Year 4, great player. Great player. So the only draft pick I didn't like, and I mean of all of them, because I even like the late picks like Byron Young, loved it. But I like our UDFAs, which I was going to talk about here in a second. But the only pick I didn't like was that Trey Turner kid, the wide receiver. I don't understand what we were doing there. There were better receivers on the board than him to pick at the time. Now, I apologize. I'm not the perfect host. I can't rattle off the names of all these different wide receivers that, were available at that pick. But I can tell you that I'm positive that there were higher rated wide receivers than him to choose from at that pick. There just were. And for example, Trey Turner only had 112 catches career wide. Now, I made a point on one of my previous shows where I said, I think that could end up being a benefit to us. He's not coming from college with all this banging, wear and tear, surgeries, and multiple problems, which you're actually starting to see a lot of now in college because the college kids are starting to catch up to the NFL size going into the NFL. So they're playing in the college ranks their last, their junior, senior year. Usually they've gotten pretty big, because they know that's what the NFL wants now. And so by the time you get to that point, now you're injuring guys and people are injuring you because you've just oversized yourself to the NCAAs. You need to go pro. So, Pete Vasquez, what's up? What's up? Gabriel, we'll do that. We'll link up. Good night, Daryl Neal. Appreciate you tuning in. Why draft another small, fast wide receiver? Is Renfro still on the chopping block? It's not that he's on the chopping block, Vincent Rubalcaba. We have to be careful how we word that because we know that, and I don't mean to get preachy with you. I apologize. I only say we have to be careful because if we use the word chopping block, that makes it sound like there's no chance he's going to be a Raider. In other words, it's you're out of here. No, that's not what we're doing. What we're doing is we're dangling him out there. We're taking calls about him and we're making moves on the roster like we did with Josh Jacobs to give the appearance that we're going to move on from the guy. Now, in the Josh Jacobs instance, I don't know that we're not going to move on from the guy. I think we're trying to use every bit of leverage we can to keep him and get every bit of juice out of that orange before we pass it on to the next guy. And then they'll want it and they'll pay top dollar for it, but they're not going to get any juice out of it. We're getting all the juice. That's why running backs don't get paid. Because if they don't get paid on their rookie deal and they don't get that re-up and that 5th-year option and things like that, then they end up going on the street and then people look at them like you're Ezekiel Elliott and you're washed up. And, I don't want the downside of your career. So they just look to next year getting a running back. So you get running back in free agency on the cheap. You hope he's good. And then you go in the draft and get a new one. Glenn Medina, I appreciate the love. Jim Vanderland said, maybe I jinxed you last night. It was the first basketball game I've watched in 20 years. No. No, Jim Vanderland. See, and not only that, I'm a pretty honest fan, okay? I know all the Laker fans are like crazy religious about the Lakers the same way Raider fans are about the Raiders. I feel the same way about the Warriors, and I feel like Warrior fans do too. But the difference is we don't have all the titles behind us to make us have all that extra bluster that Laker fans have, that I think they have the same way Dallas Cowboys fans have. They have an elitist kind of thinking of we're the best, we're number one all the time, even if they've won or not, because their legacy is as big as the NBA itself. And it is, it goes all the way back to George Mikan and black and white, black and white camera basketball, when it was like really old, and so I get it. And I don't hate on their fans for that. And more importantly, I said earlier today on my Facebook, I was just talking to friends and I said that Steve Kerr for the first time in my career got out coached, and Darvin Ham is a real coach. The heat that Darvin Ham took when the Lakers hired him, because they felt like he was the least experienced guy and the Lakers just took him, to be like a pawn until they get a more popular, coach later on. And instead, Darvin Ham's been fantastic. The way that he's handled the team's been great. He gets along with LeBron. The way he handled the situation with Westbrook was great, convincing him to come off the bench and steadying the team, and made a winner with that bum. Then was able to get together with the GM, get rid of the guy, and now gets this kid Vanderbilt, puts Vanderbilt directly on Steph Curry, who we hear from the story, Vanderbilt said, I want that challenge. And so they put Vanderbilt on Steph Curry, and for about a quarter and a half, he locked Steph Curry up. And I believe that that's partly his defense and partly poor coaching on Steve Kerr, who's not sending someone over to give him screens and rub him off. For example, you don't have to give a person a screen just because they're dribbling the ball. You know, the guy's dribbling the ball, you call for a screen and then you go around it. You can be away from the ball and get a screen. It happens in basketball all the time. And yet the coach wasn't calling a backside screen to get Vanderbilt off Steph Curry long enough for him to catch a pass, because once he's got the ball, he can beat Vanderbilt. But the problem is Vanderbilt's physically superior to Steph Curry. He's taller than him. He's physically stronger than him. He's bigger than him. He's explosive. You know, he's got it all. And so defensively, that's a tough assignment for Steph, but not once he has the ball. If he has the ball, he could wipe him out, but he's got to have the ball. And that's where Vanderbilt was better. He prevented him from getting the ball back. Scotty Lutz, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Remember, it's just one game. We win one, they've won one, we move on. My team isn't in the playoffs, so I'll be rooting for the Phoenix Suns. Karina Trujillo, I don't mind that. I know that there are times when I do that. If I have the Lakers in it, if I have the Warriors in it and we had lost to Sacramento, I would have rooted for Sacramento the rest of the way. You know what I mean? Because if they upset my team, and I would be an upset to me, I'd root for them. I would be extremely upset if they trade Renfro. He is a pure stud. Huh? Come here. Come show me. Oh, that looks great. Come here. Come say hi to everyone. What's your name?
Vitani.
Vitani
Bellatrix Sportlawn. It's nice to meet you guys.
Tell me your middle name again.
Bellatrix.
Is that not the coolest middle name ever?
Yeah.
I think your mom gave you that one. What is Bellatrix? Do you remember?
Harry Potter.
Very good. Very good. I forget who it is, though, because she's the Harry Potter star. I mean, your mom's the
my first name, Vitani, is from Lion King.
Yeah? Yeah. That's cool. Hey. Raiders! I love your face.
You know what, guys? Nana gave me something that they had for a while.
Yeah?
And then they gave me it. It's really...
Mama Bear? Oh, wow. Look at that. Wait, over this way. There you go.
It's kind of
Here,
hard
can I hold it
see
too? I'll get it. I'll get it close to the camera so they can see it. It's like a unicorn, huh?
And there's bubbles in it that's not even moving. It's like stone.
It has non-moving bubbles?
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. I wonder if we shake it, if they'll move around in there. Do you want to see? Yeah. All right, hold on. Let's see. Okay, I should have held on to that part. That hurt. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Nope. Oh, they did. Look, they just float like they're in space.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I love that.
And when you get like in sunlight or like the regular light, it like sparkles in rainbow. It's kind of hard to see it.
Does it look sparkles and rainbowish like Papa's good stuff?
Yeah, it's the speaker's blocking.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's kind of
you remember?
Yeah.
It's sparkly and rainbowy.
Yeah.
Everyone on here heard you say rainbowy and lost their mind. I showed you saying rainbowy to like 150 people, and they all said you're adorable. Rainbowish. That's Mama Bear's hat, too. You see how it has a bear on the front?
Yeah, I know. I saw.
Pretty cool, huh? All right, I got to get back to work, kid. I love your face.
Thanks.
Tell Mama Bear to bring me some coffee. I'm serious. Go get her.
Okay.
Tell Nana that I want my coffee. Tell her I said right now or she gets mauled. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you know what it means. Just say mauled. I'll give you a dictionary later. Jimmy Mata, I do not still poop in the woods. Well, what else are you supposed to do if you're out camping? I mean, come on. Nate Ramos, I'm doing real good, brother. Welcome to the show. As you can see, my granddaughter's here visiting. And she loves when I do my show. Damian Walker. What was that you said? Raiders. Jesse Parker, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. What's up, Bear? Sounds like you're starting to give McDaniels hope. Well, you know, Jose, and that's a great family picture, by the way. I am giving good job, Pumpkin. I love you. Great job. Whoops. Oh, okay, there. Sorry. You literally lack experience. Tyree is a stud. Eric Ramirez, if you were listening to what I was saying, and welcome to the show, I never said he can't play. I said that he doesn't have Ben, and I said that he's a stiff player. He just is, you know, and he looks like he's got to learn a few things before he's going to get great. And I've heard other Raider analysts, so to speak, and fans call him Will Ferrell, you know, 2.0 or Will Ferrell 2.0.
Don't forget to give me some mango peach.
Nice.
Or she's gonna get.
Who calls a guy a fraud in front of his granddaughter? Eric Ramirez. That's funny. I love trolls, man. Let's see. The jury is still out on how much of a master McIdiot is. He might know how to design an offense, but it was obvious last season he can't call a game. Well, Jim Banner, I would argue that you can't put anything into what he did last year, because I just feel like last year was a cleaning house. You know what I mean? It was a sort of a retrospective of bring guys in, bring guys out, get rid of the quarterback because he's not working out with us, because, you know, Derek Carr, you know, specialized in, you know, a certain kind of math, but it wasn't algebra. And from what you heard everyone say, algebra is, how do I say that? It's the, what's the word I'm looking for? It's the, algebra is so much harder that you can't learn that on the fly. So if he's trying to learn that offense and he's arguing with the coach, McDaniel gets rid of him. He made poor play calls in certain situations. But I think that was a combination of mixed players getting in, new guys in, old guys out, getting everyone on the same page. I just thought it was a lot to ask by everyone to think that he was going to suddenly come in year one and do it all. And I thought he was going to make a run because I thought we just had so much talent on the team. But then once he started placing his offense in, and it was just so, how do we say this? It was just so complicated to learn that I think he just took that as, well, this is going to be my reason to let this guy go. I don't love the wide receiver pick simply because I wanted another defensive player, but I was being stingy and wanted basically all defense. I love Mayer and O'Connell, though. Ted Thane, I agree completely, and I still feel about that way about Trey Turner. I welcome him to the team. I love the fact that he could be a dangerous asset. He's fast. You know, he's got that wiggle. You know, he's Hunter Renfrow, younger and faster. But I just don't know why you do that if we've already got two solid players and Keelan Cole, a third guy who you can move into that third receiver or slot receiver position, and they're going to play well. You know, you have a stockpile of that, and then you get another guy. So, you know, it's just not necessary. Troy Gill, what's up? Welcome to the show. I agree with you on Turner. There was so many others to choose from when they drafted him. I was cursing at my TV. Yeah. And, you know, honestly, and like I said, I want to say this out loud. He could end up being a good player for us, a nice asset for us. He could end up stepping out of the the practice squad and becoming a hell of a player. So, you know, we'll see.
Nana told me to come here and tell you that she didn't know that she forgot. So it's
no problem.
You just gotta wait a second. It's making it.
No problems. Thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's see. A pay cut to Chandler Jones means he will be out or he stays on one season. Well, he has the one more year. I don't know that the pay cut means anything other than restructuring to clear more money. What, baby?
How many cards and books did you get?
A lot.
100.
Raider Ric Flair Bear, McClendon Curtis will be a starting right guard, UDFA stud, and Jermaine Elemenor will have his hands full with Wagner, a 6'8" monster. But I love the cornerback Bennett. He's a stud, hidden gem. I can agree with just about all of that. I don't know if he's going to outplay Jermaine Elemenor only because I think Elemenor will start and then they'll bring in McClendon if he's playing and continues to play as well as you were saying. Also, of the other UDFAs, Drake Thomas, the linebacker out of North Carolina State, I like him a lot. He was an extremely highly rated run stuffer. It was, if I remember correctly, 90.7. I've got the note right here. He's 5'11", 223 pounds at 5'11", which is rock solid, and he's a 90.7 at the linebacker stop of the run. Hi, Mama Bear.
I'm sorry I forgot to make the coffee.
It's okay.
I made it, though. It's brewing.
That's all right. I was just, you're going to have to pay for that later. Loving you and all that stuff. Doc Raider, if Josh Jacobs is not with us next season, and I don't think he will be, what do you think our running game will be like? Jimmy G's success with the Niners was predicated in large part on a good running game. What's up, baby?
I was just reading Adam Mayo saying Warriors and Six.
Right?
Love that. Adam Mayo, Mama Bear, like you. So Jimmy's success does relate to the running game, and that's why we put the franchise tag on Josh Jacobs. Also, we can do that 2 more times. I check. You can do it 3 times before you can't do it anymore. I don't know if they'll do it 3 times. I think that he might become a curmudgeon and start to resist that. He's already saying he'll resist this one. And so we don't know until we know, you know what I mean? When we get closer to the season, if he's really not going to continue to not sign the tender, because to my knowledge, he still hasn't signed it yet. Yes, Adam Mayo. Honestly, Adam Mayo, I predicted 7 before we lost game 1. I respect the Lakers' size and what LeBron can still do at his age. And so I felt like we would beat them. I felt like just because we were a little bit more organized. You know what I mean? The Lakers are a very good team. You have AD and all that stuff, but Hachimura and Russell and a lot of those guys just got here. You know, and I just felt like chemistry-wise, even though they had a little time together, it was only since mid-year. And so chemistry, you can even see what you think is chemistry, and it's not really there completely. And you do see the Lakers making little miscues still here and there. And so I think that was what I felt like our continuity would bring us over the top, but I also felt like it would take 7 games. But because they broke our home court advantage, now I don't know. We've got to go now into LA and break them. You know what I mean? So if we get to game 4 and it's 2-2, then it's right back to us. Then it's one, their house, our house. No, it would be our house, their house, our house. So obviously in the last 3, we would have 2 of those games. So I liked our odds that way. But we got to break them now in LA. Raul Omar Romero Ruiz is sending love from Chihuahua, Mexico. What's up, brother? Loving that profile picture. Welcome to the show. Much love. Blake Corum, the running back out of Michigan in the draft next year. Good replacement for Jacobs. Dude is a beast. 10th thing, I'll be honest with you, we've got to start thinking like that. Because as much as we all love Josh Jacobs, he's just probably not long for the roster. Chuck Loy, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Mayer can make an immediate impact with Adams taking on double coverage. Reyes Antonio, not only do I agree with that, but he also will have an immediate impact for Josh Jacobs. Because as scary as it sounds, Josh Jacobs was still not getting the best level of blocking those last 2 years that he's played great and then even greater. And now what might you get from him? He continues to ascend. Josh Jacobs. I mean, if you really look at his career closely, almost every year is better than the last. And so what we got last year was phenomenal. So now if we can get him into next year with even better blocking, I mean, we might be able to keep Jimmy Garoppolo to a very limited amount of throws where he's effective. He throws touchdowns, he throws first downs, but he does it within the span of, say, 22 to 25 throws. Where instead of taking him up in the 30s and 40s, where some of the starters go, the normal starters go, you know, keep him in the mid to low 20s, 25, 22, 27, that kind of thing. If it's a day and he's going hot, maybe you go up to 30. But outside of that, I keep him around that low number. All right. You're not going to come say bye to Raider Nation? You know I love treating you like a big baby. God dog it. I love you, son. Drive careful, okay? Hey. Dang. You know my brown dresser? Look up on top of there and you'll see my brown wallet. Bring it to me for me, would you? I'm not sure if we still have Hayward. Any rumors with the Raiders picking up a free agent cornerback? Moses Ruiz, there's only rumors that we've been trying. As far as if we're on the track of one, I don't know. But one of our draft picks, he has the guy with the kind of a weird name. It's Jacoby something or other, Jacobian, Jalorian, something like that. I was talking to him earlier, and my guy, Raider Rhino, swears by him. Just says this guy, one of our draft picks, is just going to be absolutely amazing here down the road. No doubt about it. Whoa, why don't I have any? Oh, okay, there we go. I just thought I had that and I didn't, and then I didn't see it, and then I did. And, you know, just looking out. All right, be careful. Ted Thane said he's pulling for the Warriors just out of his respect for Curry. I love that, brother. Bear, what are you most excited about this upcoming season? Great question, Reyes Antonio. What I'm most excited about is I think we're going to get a clean look at Josh McDaniels. I don't feel like last year we got that. I feel like last year, in part, was him just throwing stuff against the wall because he knew that he didn't feel like he was going to have a great season with Derek Carr. And I feel like he didn't care what he was going to get from Darren Waller, because where we all see Darren Waller as this weapon, and we all see Darren Waller's numbers and we go crazy. Okay. What you have to understand is that to a coach sees a player like that with different eyes. And so to Josh McDaniels, Darren Waller was a misplaced player who is a wide receiver who happens to be really buff and has a God-given, physique. His genetics are amazing, but he's a wide receiver. He's not a tight end. When John Gruden discovered him and was bringing him in to be a tight end, he realized that the Ravens were just breaking him in to try him at tight end. So he was at day one of learning his position. That's why it's amazing he even did what he did for us. The numbers he put up while he was learning the position, which is astounding. So if you consider the fact that now he's really starting to get the position, there's no telling what his numbers will be like now moving forward for the Giants. But they could also collapse because he's not a good blocker. And when the Giants get a hold of him and see that he's not a good blocker, they might limit his snaps that he gets. And they may have to kind of have a poker tell, because realize if there's another tight end that's there at the Giants and he could block much better and he's out there, and then all of a sudden you bring him out and you put in Waller, you're telling the defense you're throwing the ball. You see what I mean? He's a tell. He was that for us, and he will be that for the Giants. And I hate saying that because I know Lance Sanfilippo is a devoted Giants fan, and he watches my show like every night. So sorry, Lance. Love you, brother. But he's going to give the Giants headaches the same way he did for us, and then he's going to get hurt. So Reyes Antonio, what I'm most excited about this year is basically getting to see Josh McDaniels with a clean slate with his own guys, including obviously, Devontae Adams is his guy. You know what I mean? He's going to want to start utilizing that weapon. Yes, baby. Oh, thank you, baby. I love you.
Bye, guys. I gotta go. I gotta go back.
Give him one more. Give him one more.
Raiders!
No, my baby.
All right. Bye, guys.
Give your sister a kiss for me when you get home, okay? All right. I love you.
Bye. I'll see you soon, guys.
You're going to have your own show soon, huh? Yeah. I know it. For the Raiders, huh? All right. Yeah, look, honey, look. Come here, look. Look what one of my viewers wrote. Kid's a star. See, they already love you. Thank you, Craig Gilmore. I appreciate that.
Did they give me any books or hurts?
Absolutely. Vincent Rubalcaba, the Warriors look like freshman team going against the varsity team. I'm kidding. It was a good game. I'm rooting for the Warriors for my family and friends. Makes me feel good to see them happy. Bellatrix, an awesome name. One of my favorite characters in the Harry Potter books. Nice. She's 9. Reyes Antonio, I love your face. Bob Stannard, we're well aware that you're with the Lakers, okay? I meant for everyone else to do it, not you. I'm gonna tell on you, man. You know, you don't know how good I am in with your wife, okay? We're like buds now. Okay. Cleveland Furl, I know. Bill Cox, I actually like the guys we picked up as UDFAs as well. I know I mentioned the run stuffing linebacker already from North Carolina State, but I mentioned him first just because I think he's incredible. And then Curtis McClendon, the offensive lineman, is UT Chattanooga. That guy is big and dude has feet. I mean, if you watch video of McClendon Curtis, you can find it on YouTube. It's not hard. Just look up McClendon Curtis, offensive lineman, UT Chattanooga. And I got to tell you, that boy he can move. I mean, for a big dude, he can move. Now, I hate to compare him to Alex Leatherwood because we know how Alex Leatherwood worked out. But the way Alex Leatherwood looked dominant at the college level, this kid looked dominant at his level. So maybe he's one of those guys that, you know, sheds his college skin and comes up to the pros and plays great football. You know what I mean? Because I've said many times, so I'm saying to this newest audience and whoever else is watching, that the most important job of a scout or a coach when they select a player is they're not just selecting what he did in college. They're selecting what he did in college and saying, I think that guy can come to the next level, get here and really offer something. You know what I mean? For those of you who know wrestling, and I know a lot of you do, I would equate it to next, NEXT level wrestling. And those guys are good. They put on a good show and everything. But does Vince McMahon and his family and their bookers think they're good enough or big enough? Shout Raiders. I love you. Shouting Raiders from the door. But she makes me lose my train of thought. I love her face so much. Doc Raider, it's understandable that you have no faith in McMoron, but I just think that this draft went better than most of us would have thought. I really mean that. I only think the bad pick, not our first pick. I just think the bad pick was Turner. I'm not in love with Turner. Now, when I say bad, I don't mean we should not like the guy now. I'm not saying that he's not a player that could end up being good for us. I'm just saying that at that pick, I would have probably continued to go defense. I might have looked at a bigger receiver. You know what I mean? But not that we don't have a big guy now, you know, because the guy we have, one of the other guys we have is 6'5", so 6'4", 6'5". Jared Daniels, I'll be honest with you, Jared. I don't want to. Jared Daniels, I'm looking at your comment and I want to embrace that. I want to say this. I don't think any of us, not anyone else viewing this or myself, should say anything about your opinion of that until we've had a year of him with the Saints, because the Saints have a defense right now that's really good. And their head coach is traditionally Dennis Allen, a defensive coordinator and a head coach. So he's getting all that now, lots of defense. And I don't know if Michael Thomas, because he's a free agent, I don't know if Michael Thomas, that like Hall of Fame wide receiver that was with the Saints, who probably still has at least a few years in him. He's kind of Larry Fitzgerald now, getting a little bit old. But Michael Turner probably has a little bit of juice left, you know what I mean? And then they have another guy that they picked up from the draft, I think last year, a year before last. That's amazing. I mean, he's really good. So he has 2 legit wide receivers, a legit tight end, a legit running game, and a defense that's hardcore. So if Derek Carr is what you and a lot of people are saying he was just a defense away, well, then the Saints have given him everything he needs. And I mean, everything. So the only thing that's left at this point is, can Derek Carr learn their offense and then navigate it? which I think he can. And then honestly, you give him year 2 to really hold his feet to the fire. You know, a quarterback's got to be given a chance to learn the offense and his teammates and everything else, you know, too. He's only ever been a Raider. So I would give him year 1 with the Saints. But then after that, I'd want to see it because I know they're going to be, I know they're still going to be strong because even their draft this year and free agency last year was defense. So the Saints are solid. Matthew Lincoln, I feel confident in this team the way it's built, but like most other Raider fans, I don't think that we finished enough of the problems that we have. I don't feel like we covered enough of our problems. And that bothers me because like I said, and again, I don't want to keep even saying his name, but the little wide receiver we picked up, because it's going to seem like I'm burning on him. But the little wide receiver it wouldn't matter who we picked there. It wouldn't matter what receiver it was. If it was a running back, I wouldn't have liked it. I wouldn't have mattered where he was from. I don't care how good he is. I just feel like you look at another offensive lineman there or defensive lineman there, you know, something like that, or linebacker, cornerback, you know, where we have issues still. Bear, what are your thoughts on the Purdue quarterback? I heard he is tough. Bill Cox, not only is he tough, he's 215 pounds of tough at 6'3". He's a big boy. And his overall quarterback statistics, as far as passer rating, it was 74%. At pass accuracy was 78%. And then he got 70% in some other category offensive. I can't remember what it was. But the big ding was his 4th category that they rated him on was evasion. In other words, run right, run left, don't get sacked and throw the ball. They gave him 54%. But then I read that the stat also includes sprinting downfield. So in other words, running for first downs. That's not his skill set. He's the kind of guy that is only going to run for a couple yards when he has to. He's more of a player that will roll right, roll left, and throw the ball, and he's accurate at all times. So I like a guy like that. He's a stud. He's a competitor. He has the tools to be that. And now if you put players around him, sky's the limit. I like Aiden O'Connell. I think he is literally a little tiny secret weapon that we just got away with. And now next season, Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be looking over his back. I guarantee it. Did he say the G word? Yes, he did. I guarantee it. I'm serious. After what I've studied about this guy and how many other guys are like putting their reputations on this guy's name, you know, you're not the 3rd highest QBR for no reason. He had the 3rd highest QBR. It was like 88.7. And then everyone else behind that was like 86, 85, 85, 84, that kind of stuff. So he was a clear-cut 3rd best QBR among all the quarterbacks in the top, I think it was 15. And he was ranked 13th overall, but 3rd in QBR with accuracy, strong arm, smart, passed their, you know, that new Wonderlic test that they're giving out now. I don't even know if they have a name for it yet, but there's this new test that's like the Wonderlic where it just tests your acuity, the things you understand and know. Tommy, go check, go Google acuity. Go find out what mental acuity means. Kenneth Parsons says Rock Ya-Sin signed with the Ravens. Good for him. I thought he was a good Raider for us, and I'm glad he got another good job. What linebacker free agent can the Raiders pick up? Edwin Catalan, most of the good ones have been picked up already, like that kid Jermaine Edwards from the Bills and a few others. But there's going to be some guys out there. But as far as the linebacker position, I can tell you that right now, let me see. Where's that at? Okay. Right now we've got Darian Butler, Luke Masterson, Curtis Bolton, Amari Burney, who we just brought in, and Kanai Maga. It's Polynesian names. I suck at Polynesian names. They're so beautiful, and my stupid tongue can't say those beautiful words. So I apologize to everyone Tongan or Polynesian that's watching. I never mean to butcher your names, and I always do. I'm not trying to, though. But anyway, long story short, that's 5 guys plus the UDFA that we just brought in, Drake Thomas. So that's 6 linebackers. So they're probably going to take a little bit of a look at the guys we have right now, is what I would say, Edwin Catalan. Chris Strong, what's up? Welcome to the show. Bear, how many wide receivers did we get this year? I hope we can get 11. I know we were hoping for 12 last year. I know we got Turner, the kid I'm burning, who, by the way, I want to make it very clear. I'm not saying he's not a talented wide receiver. I'm not saying I'm not excited about him being on the team. I am. I just felt like that spot probably should have been used in another way. That's all. I want to say it that way. Jeff Foster, I did not see what he said on his Snapchat. Tell me. Yeah, you did.
Coffee maker's not working.
No, you left me in the dust.
I'm dead serious.
I'm pissed.
It's not working.
You got to run vinegar through it. Sometimes it gets dirty and it does that. No. I'm not telling you to do it. I'll do it myself. I've only got a few more minutes. The show's like over. I don't need coffee at this point. We all need coffee, but not at this point. King Eddie Willis said, "What up, Raider Bear family? The Warriors are a championship team. This one may go 7. Yeah, I predicted 7 before game 1 even started. Yeah, John, they did. King Eddie Willis, my thoughts on the Raiders draft overall is a B. I thought it was a super solid B because I liked pretty much everything they did after the second pick. The only problem I had was the Trey Turner pick. That's it. Just recapping. Everyone else that's watching is like, dude, King Eddie Willis, don't make him talk about Trey Turner again. This is probably the most Trey Turner has ever been talked about on any show. Even one with him on it. Since they won game 1, does that mean the Warriors win in 8 games? All right, Vincent. Cansey took over my phone because I'm snuggling my cat. Ah, nice. Beautiful granddaughter. Thank you, Bill Cox. I appreciate that. Let's see. Can't expect a team in a new system to succeed until year 3. Jeff Foster, that's not true. We see a team every single year go from garbage to good every single year. There's no excuse for taking 3 and 4 years anymore. There's just no excuse for it because you can go into free agency. You can go into the draft. If you just do that in 2 years, you already now could have some hitters and that are stars from free agency or from the draft, or both, like we did with Max Crosby and already having Derek Carr at the time. So see, once you start building those pieces, if you're a good GM and you know what you're doing, a year to 2 years, and at the beginning to mid-year of year 2, you should be seeing things. Nate Hobbs was nice for us, but then we let go of that nice fullback because we wanted to bring in this guy we have now. I thought that was a mistake. You know what I mean? We kept Nate Hobbs, but I'm surprised he even decided to keep Nate Hobbs as well as he's played for us. It just seems like, there's a lot of a feeling of I want this team to be my team, with Josh McDaniels and a lot of other coaches that come in. They just immediately want the team to be their team and their image. And any player they win with from the previous coach is giving shine to the next or the previous coach. And I just think Josh McDaniels is like severely concerned with not doing that. Okay, so I also like Dalton Wagner, the offensive tackle, Arkansas. Love the intangibles, 6'8", 320 pounds. Anytime you've got a guy that tall and that big, if he can move his feet, and this guy can, you're excited because all he's got to do is keep himself in front of the guy. You know what I mean? And that it's as simple as it gets, for offensive tackles in that way. Also, let me read this real quick. Wagner's athleticism was reinforced by his testing numbers as he recorded an ugly 40.40 RAS score, and that's with him getting a boost from his size. However, he did have decent production as a pass protector in college, allowing 31 pressures, but on 669 snaps. So that's pretty good. So it looks like he leans a little bit more of a pass blocker than a run blocker, but that's okay with me. He would immediately be in competition in camp with Brandon Parker, Thayer Munford, Justin Herron, and Justin Murray. Okay, and then Jaden Grant, the defensive back, Oregon State. You know how that is. They're UDFAs. I can't get like, oh, look out, here they come. But some of them, I like certain things I read. For example, right here, whoa. Grant lined up all over the place at Oregon State. In 2021, he was primarily a slot corner. taking 491 defensive snaps, but 140 in the box as a safety. He lined up in deep more often, frequently his past season with 358 snaps at free safety. So he was your deep safety to prevent the long bomb. 220 over the slot position. Okay, he's pretty experienced, and 151 in the box. Nice, and that's per Pro Football Focus. So this Beaver can pretty much play anywhere in the defensive backfield. I love that. Okay, so we brought in a guy with some serious, because listen to those snap numbers: 491 snaps, 140 snaps, 130 snaps, 220 snaps, 151 snaps. Those are all how many snaps he got at different positions: corner, free safety, safety, playing in the box like a nickel corner, and he was covering in the slot. This guy's got some massive experience, so I like that a lot. Oh, Reyes Antonio, I'll absolutely bring her back. Let's see. Troy Gill said the schedule comes out next week. Do you think we have primetime games, and how many do you think? And I can't talk you on. Show it, be my phone or your equipment. Oh. Troy Gill, I see you, brother. I would say this to you. Primetime games, I would say 4, because I think we had quite a few this year and we didn't do too well, and so usually they punish you and give you less the following year. On the flip side of what you said about Josh McDumdum, didn't we see his coaching ability when he was with the Donkeys? Well, not really, Jim, because that was his first opportunity to be the man in charge. And anytime you're given the keys and you're the man in charge in a building or of a business, it's never like when you're the vice president or just a really long-term employee there. When you're the boss, there's a lot of responsibilities and tricks of the trade that you have to have in your back pocket. And if you don't, you won't excel. And he didn't understand that. And I think now he does. I think that he came to us with a staff, and I think he came to us with a solid staff, especially as GM. I think Ziegler proved a lot in this last draft. I think it went really well. Hey, Bear, are you all moved in? On another note, go Dubs. No, we're not out yet, quite yet, brother. We'll announce it. Jeff Foster, I'm sorry about that, man. Let's see. King Eddie Willis, we did get a lot of defense, but to be honest with you, we needed that. Anna Diaz Rincon, hi, love. Welcome to the show. Carr didn't fit in McDaniel's system, plain and simple. If your quarterback doesn't mesh with your coach, you're going to have a bad time. Exactly. And that's exactly what we had. Alexa, resume. Nice. All right, that's my show. Much love. Shout out to our armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, National Guard, for all you do. The energy and love of this show is dedicated to your sacrifice, active and veteran. Much love. Please like, follow, and subscribe on YouTube. And if you would, consider a subscription on Facebook. It's just $5 a month, and you could cancel at any time. It's the equivalent of buying me a pair of jeans. It's $60 for a whole year. So you're really helping me save lives with federations like the Kind Fund, Kids in Need of Desks, Early Onset Cancer, and St. Jude's, who we've raised thousands of dollars for already this year, and on and on. Much love to you all, and I will see you again tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Raider Bear family page. Peace.